The Hong Kong Society for the Blind has always endeavored to diversify its services in order to bring new hopes and new lives to the visually impaired. Thanks to former Superintendent Madam Annie Fonda and West Kowloon EU team for raising funds to sponsor our trainees and residents to participate in overseas exchanges. A group of 26 people from the Morning Glory Hostel, the Bradbury Home and Joyful Home took an expedition to Wuhan and traveling on high-speed rail. It was definitely an unforgettable experience. Through an exchange tour to Shanghai Expo and the Shanghai School for the Blind, the residents, parents, staff and volunteers of the Morning Glory Hostel and the Bradbury Home were able to know more about the world outside Hong Kong. We joined hands with the Lions Club International District 303 Hong Kong and Macau, China, to organize the first The Power of Peace English essay competition for the visually impaired student, with the aim of enhancing the English standard of children with visual impairment and to encourage them to express themselves about peace. The Ambassador of Peace, Miss Ivana Wang, shared her experience of peace with the visually impaired children. It was a great opportunity for the visually impaired children to share with the public about peace to minimize one another's difference for a harmonious society. Since 1989, HKSB has conducted a total of 13 massage training courses for the visually impaired. Over the years, we have successfully trained up to 160 visually impaired masseurs. With specific skills, the masseurs are able to earn their living and contribute to the society. In 2010, HKSB organized the second Beauty Massage Certificate course in response to the growing demand for beauty massage services. This year, 8 masseurs and masseuses and 7 beauty masseurs graduated and joined the workforce. Sponsored by the Chandang Social Services Foundation, the Career Support and Development Center launched the Starting a New World from Playing Piano Career Support Service, aiming to provide facilities for talented piano teachers with visual impairment to develop their potentials in piano teaching for both sighted and visually impaired students.
走出新天地呢個計劃，為我哋一班視障嘅鋼琴老師提供一個設施去教琴，亦都提供渠道去揾學生，令到我哋可以同學生去分享我哋嘅音樂同埋知識。
咁喺度學琴我就發覺我對鋼琴嘅興趣大咗啦，另外咧我對自己嘅信心提高咗啦。
Mr. Fong Kai Leung, Sham Shui Po District Social Welfare Officer, Social Welfare Department. Miss Nancy Law, Chairman of HKSB. Dr. Vincent Kwan, Representative of Chandang Social Services Foundation. Miss Nancy Liu, renowned pianist, and Miss Ida Lam, Chairman of Arts with the Disabled Association Hong Kong. And Mr. Wang Chi-Xing, Sales Manager of Nagoya Piano Company, were the chief officiating guests at the press conference. They jointly appealed to the public to give full support to the employment of the visually impaired.
我可以將呢個興趣變成一個事業，亦都係一個自力更生嘅機會，貢獻社會。
For the first time ever, HKSB and the Media Evangelism Limited jointly organized and sponsored around 50 visually impaired members to enjoy the audio-descriptive movie entitled Team of Miracle, We Will Rock You at the AMC of the Festival Walk. The audience was excited as Mr. Adrian Kwan, director of the movie, acted as the narrator of the movie show. Through the collaborative efforts of multiple parties, the first local Chinese DVD with Cantonese audio description soundtrack was officially launched. At the press conference of the first Chinese DVD Aftershock with Cantonese audio description soundtrack, Dr. Chung King Fai gave an enlightening speech, and Ms. Pang Ching shared her memorable experience as a pioneer audio movie narrator. The Media Asia Group is the first movie distributor to include an audio description soundtrack in its Aftershock DVD, marking the milestone of the development of audio description soundtrack on movie DVD in Hong Kong. Promotion of audio description movie started since 2009, and we have been working hard with the film industry to make this service available to the entire community.
未有口述影碟之前咧，多數都會行開咯，因為好多時如果我睇緊嗰陣，我成日問佢哋而家做緊啲咩，做緊啲咩？第一，佢唔係好識佢點去講俾我聽；第二，佢哋覺得我好煩。
各自一路喺向前奔走，然後擁抱。
同師生可以睇完戲之後咧，即係可以討論翻嗰套戲講過啲乜嘢啊？
我哋同屋企人嗰個關係啊，嘅討論可以傾下偈啊，咁樣咧都多咗好多話題咯。
During the Taiwan Deafblind Services Exchange Tour, 7 professional co-workers and rehabilitation instructors, together with representatives from special schools and guide interpreters, visited service units providing rehabilitation services to the deafblind, the visually impaired, and the hearing-impaired people in Taichung. The superintendent and social worker of the Morning Glory DAC Hostel presented 2 papers at the conference and shared their work experience with participants from mainland China, Taiwan and Macau. Led by parents, staff and volunteers, the trainees participated actively and had an eye-opening experience. In addition, 2 of our colleagues presented a paper at the 2010 Joint World Conference on Social Work and Social Development, the Agenda, sharing their experience with more than 2,800 participants from 113 countries. The 3-day 12th International Conference on Mobility and Transport for Elderly and Disabled Persons, Transcend 2010, brought together over 1,000 delegates from all around the world. To let the participants to experience total darkness, HKSB especially designed a dark tunnel for the event. We also demonstrated different tactile maps and barrier-free facilities and assisted in coordinating the entire exhibition. Around 110 professional workers, teachers of special schools, volunteers and deafblind members attended the Communication Without Barrier Deafblind Training and Tactile Sign Language Chinese Vocabulary 2 New Book and DVD Launching Ceremony cum Training Workshop. Mr. Stephen Siu, Commissioner for Rehabilitation of the Labour and Welfare Bureau, attended as the chief officiating guest. Father Cyril Axelrod, who introduced tactile sign language to Hong Kong, hosted the professional training workshop on deafblind services from UK to Hong Kong and taught workshop participants communication skills with deafblind. At the same time, the Tactile Sign Language Chinese Vocabulary 2 DVD was released to facilitate communication between deafblind persons and the sighted. With sponsorship from the Tuen Mun District Council, Rehabilitation Centre in the New Territories, and the Working Group on Medical and Rehabilitation Services under Social Services Committee of Tuen Mun District Council, co-organised a study on barrier-free community facilities in Tuen Mun to examine barrier-free facilities within the district, including public housing estates, shopping malls of links, recreational, sports, and on public transport facilities. The aims of the study were to evaluate the adequacy of barrier-free access facilities within the community and to urge government to make improvements. The project also helps to enhance public understanding of a barrier-free environment for realization of social inclusion. Details are published in the Study of Barrier-Free Community Facilities of Tuen Mun report, which has been made available to the public for reference. At the 2011 Volunteers Come Corporate Supporters Appreciation Ceremony, about 300 volunteers, including individuals, service groups and organizations, were presented with the Golden Diamond, Purple Crystal, Gold, Silver and Bronze awards, while 36 individuals, groups and corporations were awarded Caring Partner or Caring Corporation. We were grateful to Ms. Nancy Law, Chairman of HKSB, Mr. Fong Kai Leung, Sham Shui Po District Social Welfare Officer, Social Welfare Department, Ms. Camilla Zhang, Chairman of the Fundraising and Promotion Committee of Agency of Volunteer Service, Ms. Candy Chair, Founding President of the Hong Kong Volunteer Awardee Society, and Ms. Wang Mingyan, 2008 10 Outstanding Young Persons, for their presence to officiate at the ceremony. Ms. Annie Liu was the Master of Ceremony, and Mr. Dennis To, actor of The Legend is Born, Ip Man, came to support the ceremony. In celebration of HKSB's 55th anniversary, Long Service Awards were presented for the first time. 76 volunteers were awarded the 10 to 30-year Long Service Awards. Among them, Miss Chan Sao-kun was the longest-serving volunteer who has served HKSB for 36 years.
我係陳秀娟，我由1974年開始咧就同香港盲人輔導會咧做義工嘅，咁我工作咧就係做錄音書。佢睇唔到，我睇到，我可以讀俾佢聽。咁一路做咁多年，我真係覺得係一份好開心嘅義工，義不容辭。
HKSB has been serving the visually impaired for 55 years and will continue our best efforts to provide them with more diversified services to build for them a better and brighter future.